Yeah, okay, start now.
Angela，
Great to be with you again tonight.
很高兴再次跟大家相见。
We are all stars.
我们都是闪耀的星星，
We all need to be seen, each one of us individually.
我们每一个人，我们都需要被看见。
When we practice JSJ, we are practicing to see us and others.
当我们练习施作人神术时，我们是在练习看见自己以及他人，
To see someone as a whole.
去看见他人的全貌，
To see with unconditional love.
带着无条件的爱去欣赏。
All we are looking for is harmony in ourselves and others.
我们在寻找自身的和谐以及他人的和谐。
With our hands, we are seeing.
我们透过双手，我们得以看见。
We are in the harmonizing business.
我们就是在和谐的事业之中。
Today, we will again practice two mudras together and talk about safety energy lock 12 through 15.
今天我们再次一起练习2个手印，然后讲解安全能量锁12到15号。
But before we start with our meditation, I would like to say how much I love this class and your questions.
在我们开始做手印冥想之前，我想表达我是多么喜爱这堂课，以及你们所有的提问。
I love how you are all studying and using JSJ.
我非常喜爱你们持续探索使用 JSJ。
This said, I'm asking you to please not publish or in any other way use the pictures I'm providing to you.
所以在这里，我想请大家对于我所分享给你们的图片，请勿拿来做出版用途。
Use them with your family if you need to explain things, or even better, you can make your own.
如果有需要和你的家人解释说明，你可以和他们分享。但是如果可以使用你们自己的图画，那会是更好的。谢谢你们。
谢谢。Today's mudra will help all exhalation.
今天的手印有助于我们所有的吐气。
What does that mean?
这是什么意思呢？
It takes all stress out of your head.
这是指把所有压力从你的头脑放下来。
So it is great when you go to the dentist. It helps with arthritis in your hands and arms.
因此呢，也有助于卸载当你去看牙医时的压力，也有助于手指跟手臂间的关节炎。
So let's form this mudra now.
让我们来一起做这个手印，
Sit back.
舒适的坐着，
Let them go soft.
可以闭上你的眼睛，或是让视觉柔和。
Exhale and let the inhale arrive.
吐气，吸气，
Expanding your lungs and chest.
扩张你的胸腔，你的肺部。
Let your diaphragm relax.
让你的横膈膜放松。
Be aware of your whole body.
去觉察你整个身体整体。
Follow your exhalation down the front of your body.
顺着你的吐气，正面下降。
And the inhalation up the back of the body.
接着吸气，背面上升。
Slow and steady.
缓慢地，稳定地。
You're smiling on the inside.
你的内在在微笑。
Your breathing is soft and steady.
你的呼吸是柔和的、安稳的。
Now let's just be for a few minutes before we begin.
在讲课前，让我们单纯的存在在这里几分钟。
谢谢。
谢谢 ，Thank you。
I would like to reintegrate something I talked about last Wednesday.
我想把上周三的课程内容稍微整合一下。
As we're talking about all safety energy locks, you might have asked yourself why they are in this specific non-linear order.
当我们在介绍安全能量锁时，你也许会冒出一个提问说：为什么他们不是按照顺序排列下来？
When we are unlocking or harmonizing them, we are looking at them from the aspect of their relationships.
当我们疏解或是和谐这些安全能量锁，是从观看他们之间的关系来做跨界。
Safety energy lock 1 has a direct relationship to safety energy lock 2.
举例来说，安全能量锁1号与2号有直接关系，
And a more indirect relationship to safety energy lock 3 or 4.
和3号、4号是间接的关系。
And if you studied with Susan this weekend, then you understand that there are many, many more relationships.
所以，如果你在前几个周末有上 Susan 老师的课，那你就能更明白他们之间有很多不同的关系。
So what we are learning here when we talk about the safety energy locks is which safety energy locks or fingers are needed to unlock a certain safety energy lock.
所以在这里，当我们讲解安全能量锁时，我们是在讨论，我们在讲透过哪个手指或是哪个安全能量锁来疏解某个特定的安全能量锁。
Today's safety energy locks 13, 14, and 15 have big jobs.
今天我们要讲到的安全能量锁13号、14号、15号有很大的任务。
Meaning they really need to be open for the body to properly function.
因为他们必须保持敞开，让身体功能正常运作。
So without thinking too much about projects, you could just start by making sure that they are open every day.
所以，我们甚至不用去想任何改善计划，只要确保每天这几个安全能量锁保持疏通就可以了。
How do we know that they are closed?
我们怎么知道它们锁住了呢？
They can feel hard and painful. They can protrude or look like a mountain.
它们可能会有硬硬的触感，或会疼痛，或是有点突出，鼓起来像个小山丘。
You may over time notice when they are not in harmony.
你可能慢慢才会发现它们不和谐。
When you breathe, when your breath seems to not flow through them.
当你呼吸的时候，感觉好像呼吸没有经过它们。
When you know you have a chest project, for example, you can see with your fingers which of these 3 safety energy locks, 13, 14, or 15, feels congested or not flowing.
当你知道你有胸腔的改善计划的时候，比如说你可以用你的指头去触摸看看，感觉这3个13号、14号、15号安全能量锁区块是不是阻塞或是没有流通。
And you can hold the prescribed fingers or safety energy lock flow.
这时候呢，你就可以去跨接建议的手指以及安全能量锁流程。
Now let's get started with safety energy lock 12, which brings breath up to the head.
好，让我们来开始介绍安全能量锁12号，把呼吸带到头部。
Safety energy lock 12 is an ascending safety energy lock.
安全能量锁12号是上升能量的安全能量锁。
So it does help you to receive a full inhalation. It tells you to trust.
所以这有助于全然的接受吸气，代表去相信。
To bow your head and be and exhale.
低下你的头，临在吐气。
Fully exhale because you know that you are taken care of.
全然的吐气，因为你知道你是被照顾的。
That you are in control when you let go and not when you hold on.
当你放手的时候，才是掌握一切，而非紧抓着。
If you have the self-help books, then in book 2, page 34, then you can see that Mary Burmester says, let's go of all attitudes.
如果你有自助书，它在第2册的第34页，你会读到玛丽伯麦斯特说：“卸下所有的态度。”
No worries, fears, anger, sadness, or try-tos. Have fun.
没有忧虑、恐惧、愤怒、哀伤、伪装勉强，活得开心自在。
A lot of us have very tight 12s.
我们很多人的12号是紧绷的，
We can easily relax and help our 12th just by holding our neck.
我们可以简单的握住我们脖子，来跨界我们2侧12号。
And you can see the safety energy lock, of course, is the size of your palm. So you can just hold the whole middle part of your neck.
那你知道安全能量锁的大小，就如同我们的手掌大小，所以我们就用手去覆盖整个脖子的中间。
Or you can hold safety energy lock 12 and coccyx.
或是可以握住opposite self energy lock 对侧的安全能量锁12号和你的尾椎。
As you can see, this will greatly help your bladder and our kidneys.
那从这里也可以看到，这有助于我们的膀胱和肾脏。
Because it is also the first step to harmonize body function energy for the bladder, which we know from the self-help book 1. And it is called posterior descending energy.
因为这正好也是和谐膀胱功能能量流的第一步骤。那我们可以在自助书第1本看到，然后它被称为后侧下降能量。
Now we will talk about safety energy lock number 13.
那接下来讲安全能量锁13号。
Here is your safety energy lock number 13.
这里是安全能量锁13号。
It is located approximately at the 3rd rib.
它位在大约在肋骨的第三根肋骨之间。
So you can feel with your hands and count your ribs, and you get to safety energy lock 13.
所以你可以用你的手指头去触摸你的肋骨，然后慢慢数下来第3根。
This is a very important safety energy lock.
这是很重要的安全能量锁。
Exhaling off my childhood.
放下我的童年。
Exhaling of projects of my childhood like trauma or illness.
吐气放下童年时期的改善计划，可能是当时经历的创伤或是生病。
So when we are able to let go or unload, we're able to really receive the breath of life fully.
当我们可以放下或是卸载，我们才能够真的去全然接受生活里的呼吸。
So it helps childhood projects, whether you are 5 or you're 50.
所以有助于童年时期的改善计划，不论你是5岁或是50岁。
It is never too late to have a happy childhood.
拥有一个快乐的童年是永远不嫌晚的。
Any breathing or heart projects,
任何呼吸或是心脏相关的改善计划，
fertility, reproductive projects,
生育、生殖的改善计划，
appetite balance, overeating or not eating enough,
平衡胃口，对于暴食或是厌食，
shy children,
容易害羞的孩子。
Because this is such an important safety energy lock, you will see that we have several methods of unlocking it. So let's
因
do
为这
the
是很
first.
重要，因为这是很重要的安全能量锁。你之后会看到很多疏解法都会使用到它。
So let's do the first sequence together. Let's hold both safety energy lock 13s.
所以让我们一起来练习这个第一个步骤，握住两侧的13号。
And if this is difficult, you can cross your hands.
如果我刚刚那样不太舒服的话，你可以把你的双手交叉。
You can immediately feel your breath.
你应该可以马上感觉到你的呼吸。
Now we're holding our right index finger.
接着我们来握我们的右边食指，
which helps our lung and large intestine.
这也有助于我们的肺部以及大肠。
Now right little finger.
再来握住右手的小指，
which helps our heart and small intestine.
这也有助于我们的心脏以及小肠，
and helps you when you're nervous.
然后也有助于当你很紧张的时候。
Now we're holding our left index finger.
那现在我们换握住左手的食指，
which also helps the attitude of fear.
这个也有助于恐惧的态度。
And now our left little finger.
最后我们来握左手的小指。
I do this as one sequence, holding the 13th and then holding those 4 fingers.
我经常做这个诗作，当做一个流程，就是握住我两侧的13号，以及两手的食指以及小指。
If you just want to quickly revitalize your safety energy lock 13, we can just hold either one of our middle fingers.
那如果你只是想要快速的活跃安全能量锁13号，我们也可以握其中一边的中指。
Or we can just hold our upper arm, our high 19s.
或是握住我们的上臂高19。
This is where our high 19s are.
这里是我们的高19。
So now let's talk about safety energy lock 14.
那我们来讲安全能量锁14号。
Safety energy lock 14 is located at the middle of the body.
这个安全能量锁位置在身体的中段，
which philosophically is where man lives.
在哲理上我们说这是人所在的地方，
between heaven and earth.
也就是在天与地之间。
So most of our projects have to do with this safety energy lock. Here is where we digest life.
所以大部分的改善计划也和这个安全能量锁有关，因为这里是代表我们消化生活的地方，
physically, mentally, and emotionally.
生理上、心智上以及情绪上。
So it helps with any digestive projects.
所以这有助于任何与消化相关的改善计划，
Also with sleeping issues.
还有睡眠的改善计划。
If this safety energy lock is in harmony, then we are taking off the pressure from the lungs and the heart.
所以如果这个安全能量锁在和谐之中，那我们就移除了心脏和肺部的紧绷压力。
Because we are harmonizing the diaphragm, which is located here, and that keeps our heart and lungs happy.
因为我们和谐了横膈膜，就是老师现在画的黑色这个地方，那这使我们的心脏和肺部维持快乐和放松。
If you have a hard time digesting certain foods, you can just cross your hands and hold your 14s.
那如果你对某种食物消化困难，那你可以把手臂交叉握住两侧的14号。
Or if you have allergies,
或是你对某种食物过敏，
you can hold that right after you eat, and then you can cross your hands and hold your high 1s.
所以可以在你吃过之后呢，然后双手交叉握住你两侧的高1。
So first you cross your hands and hold your 14s, and then you cross your hands and hold your high 1s.
所以当你吃过 后，然后你觉得不舒服，可以把双手交叉握住两侧的14号，然后接着去交叉手握住两侧的高1。
Or you can just simply hold your elbows.
或者就是简单的握住你的手肘，也就是安全能量锁19号。
The simple option, of course, is a finger, which is the ring finger.
那还有更简单的方法，就是握住手指头，那就握住你的无名指也可以帮助。
But because it is all about mediation in life and the left and right side communicating, we could also hold our right elbow with our opposite thigh.
因为这也是有关于生活中的协调，还有左右边的沟通，所以我们可以同时握住右手手肘以及对侧的大腿。
So let's just practice this for a few minutes. Your left hand holds your right elbow or right above, and your left hand holds the opposite thigh.
那我们一起来练习一下，就是把你的右手放到左手的手臂上侧高19，然后你的左手来到大腿对侧大腿高1。
This is a great hold if you get a vaccination.
那这也是很好的跨界，如果你做了疫苗的施打之后。
Now let's practice and do the other side.
那让我们换另外一边施作。
This will bring you into harmony with yourself.
这可以为你自己带来和谐。
Safety energy lock 15.
安全能量锁15号
My favorite.
是我最爱的。
Wash our hearts with laughter.
以欢笑洗涤心灵。
Mary Burmeister here says, bringing forth new ideas and adaptations.
玛丽博麦斯特在这里说，这是开创新的想法以及调整适应。
What does adaptation mean?
什么是调整适应呢？
It means being happy and content with how things are, really being in the moment and enjoying yourself.
这是在提醒我们，不论情况如何，保持快乐，真实的临在当下时刻，快乐满足的享受成为自己。
To adapt to different situations.
去调整适应不同的状况。
Because no matter how difficult a situation is, if you can have some humor, it will lighten, bringing light into any situation, even if it is scary like the dark.
因为不论在什么困境，如果你可以有些幽默感的话，都可以为任何状况带来光明，即使情况是有多么的可怕又黑暗。
When our 15s are open, we are able to dance through life.
当我们的15号敞开，我们可以在生命流动里舞蹈。
We're able to be free.
我们是自在的。
We feel that our wishes have come true because we are living in the moment and do not need to wish.
我们会感受到我们的愿望成真，因为我们活在当下，所以不需要愿望。
As you saw by the first sentence, I said, keeping your 15th is open is vital to the heart.
就像我一开始说的，保持15号敞开，带给心脏活力。
Washing our hearts with laughter, you keeping the heart happy.
以欢笑洗涤心灵，让你的心脏保持快乐。
For any hard project you can do the self-help we will be talking about.
任何和心脏相关的改善计划，你可以使用自助法，我们待会会再介绍。
The 15s are great when you have worked too hard, especially when you're physically very tired.
当你工作太累的时候，15号很有帮助，特别是当你的身体非常疲劳的时候。
It will immediately help to direct your breath, your exhalation to your feet.
因为它会立刻有助于引导你的呼吸，吐气到你的脚部。
And allow the new breath to come in.
然后允许吸气进入。
If your back hurts, holding the 15th will release the tension in your lower back.
如果你的背部疼痛，握住两侧的15号可以释放下背部的压力。
This is also for children and adults who are scared a lot.
这个也有助于常感到恐惧的小孩或是成人。
So the children can just simply hold their 15th while you read them their nighttime story.
所以小孩子可以简单的握住他们两侧的15号，就是当你在为他们说睡前故事的时候。
You can always jumper cable your 15th by just putting your hands in your pant pockets.
你也随时可以把手放在口袋里，跨接你两侧的15号。
Or you can hold your same side 11 and 15.
或是跨接同侧的11号和15号。
The simplest way, of course, is to hold the little finger.
那最简单的方式当然就是握住小指头。
These 3 safety energy locks you can use all the time.
这3个安全能量锁，你可以在任何时刻跨接。
You can teach them to anyone you know. They're powerful and so easy to use.
你也可以把这个方法交给你认识的人，他们很有力量，也很容易施作。
With JSJ, we are learning to embrace simplicity again.
学习 JSJ， 让我们再次拥抱简单。
Whenever you feel emotionally upset, you can just get into the habit of holding all 3 safety energy locks or just where you feel your most tension.
所以不论何时，当你感到情绪上的不愉快，你可以握住这3个安全能量锁，或是放在你觉得最紧绷的地方，把它养成一个习惯。
Life is very often hard to digest, and we cannot make sense of it.
生活常常有很难以消化的事， 甚至完全的不合理。
So get into the habit of helping yourself.
所以养成一个习惯，让它来协助你。
You will become more and more aware of what you need.
你会越来越觉察到什么是你需要的。
When we learn JSJ first, we mostly want to help others, or we see problems or projects with others.
当我们学了 JSJ， 一开始我们很常想着要帮助他人，或是我们在他人身上看到他们的问题，或是改善计划。
But it is the knowing of yourself and being able to smile which brings the greatest gift to yourself.
但其实去知晓自己，有能力对自己微笑，才是 JSJ 带给你最棒的礼物。
In our ending meditation for today, before we start with questions, we're holding our high 19s.
那我们在开始问答之前，今晚最后要做的冥想是握住跨接我们两边的高19，
which we'll talk about in length in our next study group.
我们会在下个礼拜介绍
Power and authority.
力量和权力，
Asserting yourself. Standing up for yourself.
坚定自己的主张，为自己站出。
So just grab your elbows.
可以
Hold your elbows or your upper arms.
你
And
可以
kick
握
back.
你可以握住你的手肘或者是上手臂，然后舒适的坐着。
Close your eyes.
闭上眼睛，
Drop your shoulders.
肩膀放松。
Hold the 19s whenever you're frustrated.
你可以随时握住19号，当你有压力的时候，
Or angry at yourself or others.
或者是对自己生气，或是对他人感到生气。
谢谢 ，Thank you。
谢谢。
So we'll talk about that safety energy lock next time.
那我们会更仔细的介绍这个安全能量锁，在下一次上课的时候。
So now we will go into the question part of the class.
来回应一些提问。Someone was asking, she have a left elbow soreness for a couple days. It's around self-energy lock 19. So
19 is hurting. So she can start by holding left 11 and 15.
有学员问说，左手肘酸痛2天如何处理？在安全能量锁19号的位置。那老师说，你可以做同侧的11号跟15号开始。Yes.
And then she can hold high 19 very high up here, and then here, all the way to the elbow, where she feels probably a tense line.
然后你可以从肩膀地方开始，非常高的19，一步一步慢慢往下到你的手肘，一步一步慢慢的去做这个跨阶。
OK， 群猪询问说，88岁爷爷有老人痴呆，症状是分不清楚白天跟晚上，问他东会答西，答非所问，请问可以帮他做哪些流程
？Someone asking, it's a 88 years old grandpa, and then he had an amnesia. So anything I can help him to.
Amnesia, so dementia,
Alzheimer,
Yes.
Alzheimer disease.
Alzheimer's. Yeah. So you can teach him the main central. Is he still pretty fit? You teach him the main central flow.
如果他还可以跟你一起沟通的话，你可以教他正中垂直能量流。
So if that is too hard for him, so she wants to treat him, right?
如果这个步骤有点困难的话，你是想要施作在你爷爷身上吗？
So if she can just teach him the first step of the main central, that is really good for memory.
如果你可以只要教他第一个正中垂直能量流的第一个步骤，像老师现在这样子，双手放在头部这边，是可以协助他的记忆。
OK， 梦荣问到，请问讲话过多喉咙疼痛，有什么建议的自助吗
？She's asking if you speak too much and cause sore throat. Is any self-help can help this situation?
Yeah. So holding the little finger.
你可以握住你的小指头。
And also holding same side 11 and opposite 13. So with the same hands like this, 11 and 13.
然后可以握11号跟13号，就是像老师现在这样子示范的。
And then switch.
然后再换另外一边做。
And she can hold the little finger at the root on the side.
特别可以握住小拇指的指根的侧边。
OK， 易颖问到说，7岁的小女孩站直的时候，膝盖可以靠着，但小腿向外弯曲弧形，请问如何改善
Angela, can you translate it?
Okay, a 7-year-old girl, when she stands straight and then the knee is okay to put together. However, the thigh, the calf is kind of curved towards outside.
Mhm.
And what else? Something we can do to help, or some self-help.
Yeah, they can teach the girl the bladder flow, or they can do the bladder flow on her. And especially pay attention to the eights.
你可以做膀胱功能能量流在他的身上，或者是叫他自己做膀胱功能能量流，然后特别是在安全能量手8号的地方特别的加强。
I don't have anything else.
All right. No more questions.
Do you wanna talking about the heart project self-help?
Yeah, so Heart Project has many different self-helps.
因为老师刚刚有说关于心脏的自助法，然后老师说心脏的改善计划自助法有很多种。
Do you always want to keep the diaphragm happy because the diaphragm keeps the heart happy?
所以重要是你要维持你的横膈膜开心，因为它会关联到心脏的开心。
So you can always hold your middle finger, and we have many different mudras for the middle fingers.
所以你可以握住你的中指，然后我们有很多手印是跟中指有相关的。
And for the heart, this mudra, especially where you hold the inside, the palm side of the middle finger.
然后特别是这个掌心的部分，去握住，去加强它。
And to strengthen the heart, of course, it's the little finger.
那去强壮你的心脏机能，当然是就是握住你的小指头。
Hold your 15 as often as you can, and 11 and 15.
还有就是跨接你两侧的15号，可以多久就是放多久，然后以及同侧的11+15。
And over time, you will realize which combination helps your specific heart project.
那你经过一段时间之后，你会自己会有感觉到说，到底哪一个跨接的方法对你自己是最有感觉、最有效果的。
Also, making a ring with the ring finger calms down the sweats you sometimes get from heart project.
还有刚刚老师做的这个，用大拇指跟无名指圈起来，这个手印可以协助跟心脏相关的流汗的一些改善计划。
Okay, I have a question here.
Okay.
慧茹问到常中暑重杀，应该如何改善
？This person asking if tends to get the summer stroke.
Heat stroke?
Yeah.
Oh, heat stroke. Wow.
Okay. So anything can improve for that?
Yeah. So they don't tolerate heat well.
他对于热是不是关于气温的高温是不太容易调节吗？ It sounds like.
Yeah. Okay. So immediately when someone has a heat stroke, you can hold the calves.
如果有人中暑的话，可以马上去握他们的小腿肚。
Or you can hold your own calves.
或是你自己的小腿肚。
because that helps to get the heat out of the body.
因为它可以协助让热气带离开身体。
And also the spleen flow regulates or helps regulates the heat in the body.
还有脾功能能量流也可以调节体温。
To do the spleen flow regularly is a preventative method.
然后我会建议你做脾功能能量流，当做一个平常的保养，因为它可以因为它可以预防。
So when you already had a heat stroke, it is most effective if you hold your eights or someone else holds your eights, palms your calves.
如果你已经中暑了，那可以请人家帮你握住你的小腿肚。
Also, when someone has a fever, it really draws the heat down out of the head and body.
还有，如果有人发烧的时候，也可以做这个，因为可以把这个高温降下到你的腿部，从头部释放。
OK， 有想询问到大腿根部酸麻，像是灌了铅一样，尤其在晚上发生，请问如何改善？
大腿根部，
对，
就是腹股沟的地方吗？ Right.
对。
Someone asking during the midnight have around groin area feel soreness. Yeah.
Midnight.
Angela 你可以再念一次题目，我这边看不到提问，所以
对，那个大腿的根部酸麻，像灌了铅一样，尤其在晚上发生，请问如何改善？
Yes, it's not saying midnight, it's a nighttime mostly, and then feel soreness in the groin area. It's any improvement there?
So in the groin area, they should practice around, so before they go to bed. So pretty early, maybe between the time of 6 and 8 would be good to practice the bladder flow for a long time and both sides.
所以建议你在晚上6点到8点之间去练习做膀胱功能能量流，两边都做。
And then hold both 15s.
然后再加上两边的15号。
That will open up the pathway for the kidney flow, which goes into the groin area.
因为这可以协助打开肾脏功能能量流，然后到这个你刚刚叙述的疼痛的位置。
We have a question from the chat room. How to help relieve chest pain or lung-related projects? Hold 13s.
Could you repeat again, please?
How to help relieve chest pain or lung-related projects? Hold 13s.
OK，有人在聊天室有问说，如何改善胸部的疼痛？然后老师说可以握住13号安全能量锁。
So chest pain and lung related, you can start by, especially if you have chest pain, you can start by, if you have chest pain that could be, so it depends on what chest pain. If you have chest pain and it's from heart related issues, you want to hold the sides of the little finger at the root.
如果你的胸口疼痛是跟心脏有相关的话，可以握住小拇指的指根的侧边。
If it's a lung project, absolutely you hold the 13s and also the 15s.
那如果跟肺部的改善计划有相关的话，那就是握住安全能量锁13号跟15号。
So this is talking about more the direct relationship and the indirect relationship. So the direct relationship to the lungs and heart is by holding the 13th and then the index finger and little finger. That's the direct relationship.
这里我们可以看到，和胸口疼痛有直接关系以及间接关系的关系。那直接关系，我们就是可以去握住13号以及食指跟小拇指。
And you will indirectly help and strengthen by holding the 15th.
然后你间接的呢，你可以握住15号。
And depending on the project, there is, many different other ways how you can look at it.
那因为也要看你所针对的改善计划来做调整。
But if there is tightness in the chest, you can help first by holding the little finger.
那如果是胸口紧绷的话，你可以先握住你的小拇指。
Because it stops the discomfort.
它可以协助你先缓和这个疼痛或是不舒服。
OK， 冯金问到，他的姐姐确诊肺癌，切除半个肺，正在接受化疗，身体和情绪都比较紧绷。那他有建议他做肺功能能量流13+14+15，这样是否合适
？Someone's sister have a lung cancer and they cut off the half of the lung, and now the body and mind is not stable. So she's suggested a lung flow and 13 plus 14 plus 15. Is this okay for doing that?
So what is not, so she is missing, so she has only one lung anymore now?
It's cutting angina. 上面是怎么写的？
Yeah, cutting half of the lung, removed half of the lung, and then receiving chemo.
Oh, and receiving chemotherapy. Yeah.
And also the emotional and then the body-wise is like.
Yeah. So one thing which is really, really good is what we did high 19 and opposite high 1, both sides while she gets the chemo.
High 19 and high 1.
High 19, high 1. High 19, high 1.
那你，在你姐姐做化疗的时候，可以握住高19跟高1。
Yeah, I think. Do you need me to show it?
你需要我给你看图片吗？
Yeah, high 19, high 1. So then also if they can do when they get the chemo, so when they get the chemo, that's the best. High 19, high 1, and then just switch to the other side and do it the whole time they're getting the chemo.
在做化疗的时候，做高19跟高1是很好的，然后就整个流程都持续做这个。
And then also they can do a spleen flow themselves because that's easy to do sitting down.
然后他自己可以做脾功能能量流，因为它蛮好施作，坐着也可以使用，可以操作。
And yes, 13, 14, and 15 are fantastic in this situation. So I would start with 15 and then do 14 and then do 13.
13、14、15是很好的选择。那我会先建议从15号开始，在14号、13号。
Because you're opening up the exhalation.
因为你打开了吐气的功能。
And when 15, 14, and 13 are open, then the toe flows can can come up and rise up, which is what she needs going through chemotherapy.
然后当15号、14号打开的时候，也就是脚趾瘤被敞开了，可以往上运行。那这正是他在做化疗的时候需要的支持。
新平问到：视力的落差大，左眼只能看远，右眼只能看近，请问如何改善
？It's a regards to the sight vision, and they have one side can see very far, the other side need to see closely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually pretty, well, means easy, but you can hold the area of 4 and 12. Mostly you want to hold 4, but the hand is big enough so that you also will hold 12. And the opposite 20 and then 21.
So you can, I'm sorry. 你可以握住4号跟12号，那因为你手够大，所以你其实重点放在4号，12号也会被覆盖到。那另外一只手做20跟21。
And the 20 you can hold like this, so you're holding a big, because the 20 is very big and it's very good for the eye to hold the whole range of it.
然后你可以用你的手掌去放在安全能量锁20号，因为它也是覆盖整个部分。
OK， 游侠问：脑下垂体的肿瘤，18岁的时候开过刀，个案目前50岁，医生建议补充类固醇，必须长期服用。请问，JSA 如何帮助？然后补充个案过劳时会晕眩，蹲下来稍久，站起来会头晕。
This person, Angela， 你要不要接这番？It's a pituitary tumors, and it's been did a surgery, and then now she will get dizziness. Is anything can help? And also, Angela,
Yeah.
你要不要补充一下？因为我看不到。
Okay, so the person has a pituitary tumor and then has a surgery when the person was 18, and right now the person is 50, and the doctor suggests to supplement with the steroid and has to take it long term. So we'd like to see how JSJ can help, and also the person when he or she is too tired will feel dizzy, and when this person kind of lower the body and then for too long, and when the person stand up will feel dizzy.
So that's self-help, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So the self-help, so that person would be very good if they could do the main central.
可以建议他自己做正中垂直能量流。
And also the 13 and the 14 and the self-help for 13 and 14.
还有自助法的安全能量锁13号跟14号。
The 13 because it was done long time ago, but the effects are now. The main central actually goes to where the pituitary gland is. So you can teach them to go very slowly through the main central.
然后13号虽然说这是很久以前的，所以它更可以去清理过去。那做正中垂直能量有时候它因为它会经过脑下垂体的 的地方，所以你可以教他一步一步慢慢的往下进行。
Okay, the student asked, 请问老师，右膝前十字韧带断裂，手术后多年，目前右脚有时会无力及发麻，该如何处理？ So this person has the right side ACL, the torn ACL for many years, and right now the right leg sometimes will feel weak and numbness. So how can we help?
Yeah. So most important thing is to hold that side, the leg where the side is, hold the 15 and the 2.
And 2?
Yeah.
OK, 就是你可以在受伤那一侧按15号跟2号。
And then also you can hold below the knee. So you hold a little bit above the knee and a little bit below the knee.
那一手可以再稍微在膝盖上方，然后另外一手在膝盖下方。
So this is 1 and this is 8.
内侧是1号，外侧是8号。
And then switch.
然后再两手交换。
So it's very important to keep the hips open whenever you have a project in your knees.
那如果有膝盖的改善计划的话，维持髋部的敞开是重要的。
And also you can hold the 19 and hold the knee which is affected. So opposite.
So the knee is the
So
have
this
a
is
problem
this
side.
is the knee, yeah. Hold the knee and hold the opposite 19 with it.
那你可以把双手交叉，把手放在一手放在膝盖的这个部分是你受伤的脚，然后另外一手交叉放到对侧的手肘，19号。
And really make sure that the 15 we talked about, that everything is open. If you feel any tension, you stay there, then you go to the next, to the next, to the next.
然后去确保15号是敞开的，然后所以你一步一步的往下去触摸，看看哪边是比较紧绷的，然后在紧绷的地方待久一点，然后它软化之后再往下一步走。
Okay, I have no more questions on my side.
All right, very good. Anything else you guys want to discuss?
大家还有什么想要讨论的吗？
帮助孩子学习好，有没有什么好的办法？
学习好，你是说读书吗？
Improve their learning process.
Yeah.
To remember or improve the learning process of Jinjitsu?
Yes.
Yeah. So it really is, Celine, and I know you have been studying for a while. It is really, I learned Jinjitsu because it is all about relationships.
那Celine问说，你没有什么可以改善，如何去学习JSJ 学习的方法？然后老师说 JSJ 它是一个关于关系的学习。
So it is, you have to, I relate a lot of things of JSJ into nature.
我个人呢是会去看大自然，大自然是如何跟我们有关系的。
And also, if you can keep it very simple, Celine. It's down the front and up the back. down the front and up the back. Very simple. You have a project up here. You want to put your hands here and here. And today, oh, sorry, try again.
我们就是保持它的简单，然后你就是永远记得是正面下降，背面上升。
So the interesting thing today was we were talking about safety net lock 13, which is bust line, right? Which is index finger, right?
那我们今天讲到胸线，也就是食指。
However, the finger we held to help 13 was the middle finger, so below.
所以但是呢，13号其实是我们是用中指在协助它的，它是在下方的。
So it's like, you know, it is all the river of life. So we are helping it to go ahead. We want the exhalation to be able to happily flow down the front.
所以我们是在这个流程里，我们希望可以让这个头脑过多的东西往下行走，吐气。
And happily go up the back.
然后很开心的从背侧上升。
So if you can't think of anything, Celine, just hold your fingers.
如果你没有办法记住什么的话，那你就是去握住你的手指头。
Also very good is by practicing the mudras, I think.
然后可以练习是做手印。
But Celine, I have now studied since 1994 and I feel like I need another 30 years.
那我自己学习从1994年就开始学习了，但是到现在我还是觉得我需要另外一个10年。
Because it is a philosophy and it is an art. So there is no right or wrong in that sense.
那它是一个很多哲理在里头的，然后也是个艺术，所以它没有对或错。
Yeah. So be loving and patient with yourself and you will find something new every day.
然后去喜爱它，然后对自己有耐心，然后你每天都会发现到新的不同。
Yeah. Thank you for asking that, Celine, because it's very, very, I don't know. I think the most things I learned were for myself and to help me mentally, emotionally be a happy person, happy and content. Yeah.
谢谢沈令提出这个提问因为对我自己来说也是常常去试做 JSJ 去学习，然后其实受益的是我，然后可以保持快乐满足的。
Okay, I got three message here.
Okay.
第一个是游侠要表示对老师的感谢，就是谢谢上周请教的议题，按照老师的建议施作，持续跨界1周，情况有改善。So there's the person who asked the question last week, and he or she follow your suggestion and has done that for a week, and then the situation has improved, and she wants us to appreciate you and thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. Those are the best stories. You use it on yourself and it works. I mean, it's a miracle, right?
谢谢你的回馈你看吧，就是你施作在你身上，然后这就是最棒的礼物了。谢谢你。
OK， 新平问到，荨麻疹会让眼睛痒，请问老师除了左下右上大拥抱，接下来可以怎么做？ So the person has hives and then causing itchiness of the eyes. So I'd like to ask, other than the left down, right side up, and also the big hug, what else what to follow up with that?
Oh, itchiness of the eyes?
Right, because of the hives.
Oh, because of the hives. Yeah. So if somewhat, so it is really, so she can also do a spleen flow.
你也可以做皮功能流。
And if she can hold her 8s,
还有握住你的8号，
or more like holding the calves.
不好意思，握住小腿肚。
Did I already tell her to hold under the arm and the opposite 20? Did I say that last week to her?
我上礼拜有跟你说握住你的腋下以及对侧的前额吗？
So that is also good. So Alex is asking any suggestions to treat scoliosis for many years.
好像没有。
刚刚老师说的那个，sorry，刚刚老师做的这个姿势，你也可以去做它。
Second method of correction is fantastic. And then also, of course, the main central, and I'm not talking self-help now.
What's the question again, please?
The question to treat scoliosis for many years. Did you hear it? Yeah.
No.
Okay. Any suggestion to treat scoliosis? The question is any suggestion to treat scoliosis? Scoliosis of the spine?
OK，
骨质
是
疏松。
脊椎侧弯。
脊椎侧弯。老师说有什么方式可以跟不是同学提问说跟脊椎侧弯有什么方法 ？And what's your answer? The second correction?
My answer is to do because I know it's from Alex. It is second method of correction, and you do it at you go rib by rib down, but you also go very slowly up in the back.
老师回应说，你可以做第二校正法，然后就是一节一节的做肋骨，仔细的做。
And clean out each rib from the midline to the side.
然后从中线，然后到外侧身体。
And also their self-help can be 11:15 and 11:25 on both sides.
然后自助法的话是11号跟加15，然后或是11号跟25号。
OK，意颖问到跨接脸颊那个地方要用手指尖吗？因为他看老师们都是用手指尖，可是他只记得整只手都可以，对吗？也可以用手掌吗
？Someone asking when you do the self-help on or to others to facial area, do you use the tip of the finger or you can use just whole palm? Because she see lots of teacher demonstrate use their tip of the finger.
To the cheek.
Yeah, so in the face, good question. So in the face, if you do it to yourself or if you are helping someone else, only use on the face very, very light, okay? On anyone, very light.
不论是对自己或他人，如果你是要触碰到脸部的话，要非常非常的轻轻的去碰触脸部。
On yourself, you will always know what pressure is good for you. On someone else, it is better to be too light than too heavy, especially on the head area and neck area.
那对自己的做的话，因为你知道怎么样是太多的压力了。那对他人做的话，宁可是轻的，而不是宁可是轻的，过轻也不要过重。 尤其是脸部跟脖子的区块。
Okay, I got one more question.
Oh, one more?
One last one. 有人问，对于做化疗的朋友，可以做哪个能量流或能量点，舒缓血管硬化的痛？ So someone asked regarding the person who's doing chemotherapy, what flow we can do or what save energy lock point we can do to relax the hardness of the blood vessel and the pain caused that. The pain that causing the sclerosis.
Sclerosis of the blood vessels?
Right, because of the caused by the chemotherapy.
Caused by the chemotherapy, yeah. So the best way, and so the person has done 5-day classes?
请问这位学员有上5天国际课程吗？
没有。
No.
Okay, so the most important thing would be, well, for hardening because of the chemotherapy. Like I said earlier, so when you do the high 19 and opposite high 1, you're helping it to not cause as much harm as it normally does. So that would be the self-help.
像老师刚刚前面回应到另一个同学关于化疗的提问，那老师也是建议做高19以及对侧高1。
But if they want to treat them themselves, they can do opposite fingers and toes. We talked about earlier in the series. That's fantastic for anyone who is going through chemotherapy.
如果你要对他人做的话，我们在这个系列前面我们有介绍到对侧的手指脚趾流，那这个也对在经历化疗的人可以减缓副作用。
And if they don't remember it, they can ask Alice. She has the chart for opposite fingers and toes.
那如果你不记得的话，你可以再问 Alice 这边，给你发个那个图表。
Oh, all right. I think this is it.
好，我想今天也回答了很多的问题，那我们今天差不多就这样了。
谢谢。
谢谢大家。
Here you all are.
大家可以开镜头或者是声音麦克风跟老师打招呼哦。
Thank you, Susanna.
谢谢。Hi, I see you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
谢谢老师。